When it comes to the fascinating world of coffee beans, the altitude at which they're grown isn't just a minor farming detail. It's an absolutely crucial factor that profoundly shapes the very flavor profile that ultimately delights your palate. As a general rule of thumb, the higher the elevation, the more complex and nuanced the taste of the resulting coffee tends to be. But what exactly is it about altitude that has such a significant impact on the humble coffee bean? Let's delve into the science and the sensory experience. The altitude advantage, how elevation unlocks complex coffee flavors. Let's explore the distinct characteristics of coffee grown at different elevations. High altitude coffee, bright, complex, and bursting with flavor. Coffee beans that thrive at higher altitudes, typically above 1,200 meters, develop at a noticeably slower pace due to the cooler temperatures prevalent at these elevations. This extended maturation period allows for some remarkable transformations within the denser beans. The slower growth cycle leads to the development of denser, more structurally complex coffee beans. Increased sugar development. This prolonged ripening allows for a greater accumulation and complexity of sugars within the coffee cherry, which translates to a sweeter and more nuanced flavor profile in the roasted bean. More pronounced acidity and fruity notes. High-altitude coffees often exhibit a brighter, more vibrant acidity and a wider spectrum of delicate fruity and floral notes. The typical flavor profile of high-altitude coffee includes bright acidity, often accompanied by floral and citrusy aromas, and flavors culminating in a crisp and clean finish. It's best suited for brewing methods that highlight these delicate nuances, such as pour-over Chemex and AeroPress. Low-altitude coffee is smooth, nutty, and comfortingly mild. In contrast, coffee plants grown at lower elevations, generally below 1,000 meters or around 3,300 feet, tend to experience faster growth cycles due to the warmer temperatures. This rapid development results in beans that are typically less dense in structure compared to their high-altitude counterparts. The flavor profile tends to be smoother and less complex, often lacking the pronounced acidity and bright notes found in high-altitude coffees. Additionally, these coffees typically exhibit a lower, often more mellow acidity. Typical flavor profile of low-altitude coffee. Often characterized by earthy, nutty, and comforting chocolatey tones with a smoother body. Best suited for brewing methods that benefit from a smoother, less acidic profile, such as espresso, French press, and milk-based drinks where the bolder flavors can stand up to milk. Regional examples illustrating altitude's impact. The influence of altitude is clearly evident when we look at some well-known coffee-growing regions. Ethiopia and Kenya, high altitude renowned for their bright, often intensely fruity and sometimes tea-like flavor profiles, a direct result of their high altitude cultivation. Brazil and Sumatra, being lower altitude regions, typically produce coffees that are richer and smoother. These coffees often have lower acidity and showcase notes of chocolate and earth, reflecting their lower growing elevations. What this means for you, the home barista. Understanding the impact of altitude can be a powerful tool when choosing your next bag of beans. Look for high-altitude designations if you appreciate light roasts with vibrant acidity and complex flavor clarity. Seek out coffees specifically labeled as high-altitude. On the other hand, consider low-altitude for body and chocolatey depth. If your preference leans towards a smoother, less acidic cup, with rich, chocolatey undertones and a heavier body, explore coffees grown at lower elevations. Experimentation is key. Don't be afraid to try coffees from both high and low altitudes to discover your own ideal flavor profile and how altitude contributes to the nuances you enjoy most. This knowledge about altitude and flavor opens up exciting possibilities for curated content and recommendations such as best high-altitude coffees for light roast lovers, guiding enthusiasts towards beans with the bright acidity and complex notes they seek. Low-altitude beans that shine in espresso machines, helping espresso lovers find coffees with the body and flavor profiles that work well under pressure. By providing this level of informed guidance, you can effectively connect your audience with beans that perfectly match their brewing style and taste preferences, creating valuable opportunities for affiliate integration. A final shot of someone enjoying a cup of coffee, appreciating the subtle flavors influenced by its growing altitude. In conclusion, altitude is far more than just a geographical statistic when it comes to coffee. It's a critical environmental factor that plays a profound role in shaping the intricate flavors we savor in every cup. By understanding this relationship, you can navigate the world of coffee with greater confidence and consistently choose beans that will elevate your home brewing experience to new heights. Happy brewing!